the best thing that you can do is start listening to the people that have the results, that are in the position that you want to be. And so instead of listening to these people that claim to know it all, right, and then claim to give you all the results, and then you start doing something and yet nothing's changing, you're not changing, you're not getting results, then you're probably not listening to the right person. And here is how it comes up the most. The person that is doing high intensity interval training, CrossFit, functional movement, then goes and gets a nutrition plan from a bodybuilder who doesn't even touch that stuff, will not get results. And here is why. They use very different energy systems. The bodybuilder will not give you the accurate plan if you do something like CrossFit. Just like the CrossFitter is probably not going to give the bodybuilder the ultimate plan, right? So you have to kind of know, like, what's their like area of expertise? Like, you have to know this so that it can help you. So if you're trying to maybe even get mentoring in business, are you going to listen to someone that has a failing business? No, you are not. You have to think about this in all areas, and especially in your health. So if you're going to listen to someone that maybe is mentally unstable, but you're trying to get to some mindset coaching, come on. Like, you got to wake up a little bit. You got to understand that that is not how it works. The person that has the results and the outcome that you want is the person that is right for you. If you are trying to improve your nutrition, listen to someone who does great nutrition themselves, who has got the proof, who has done the pathway, who has got the outcomes. If you want to improve your training in a specific area, okay, it has to be specific. Whether it's CrossFit, whether it's the gym, whether it's running, whether it's endurance, whatever it is that you want, strength, conditioning, functional movement, go and listen to the person who understands that area, that method, okay? And then once you have that, then you're going to know that this person knows what they're talking about. The reason why you don't get results is because you're listening to the wrong person. This is exactly what happened to me. And it's also kind of why I got into nutrition. I went in to a supplement store and I asked them about my nutrition. I wanted to get onto a plan. And the supplement store, obviously they're going to sell me supplements, whatever. They're going to do that, and that was fine. I was young. I was like 17 years old at the time, and I listened to them. They're saying, take all these things, which I didn't need at the time. I didn't need glutamine, and I didn't need creatine, and I didn't need every protein under the sun. I probably just needed a couple of them. But anyways, they're going to try and sell me on all these things. Then what happened is they gave me a meal plan that didn't really have any carbohydrates. Now, I have an endurance background, right? I came from soccer. I needed to have carbohydrates, but they didn't care about that because all they cared about is me dropping body fat so low that I could be stage ready. Now, this is also my ignorance coming out, right? Because I was stupid. I didn't listen and I didn't even pay attention. I'm 17 years old. I just wanted to look better. I wanted to feel better. That's all I cared about. And I put my trust into the hands of a dumbass. That's pretty much what I did. So also, I'm going to take responsibility for that. Now, when you do that, this is what they're going to give you. They're going to give you a very basic breakfast that doesn't meet the needs of whatever daily expenditure that you require. Then they're going to give you a really shitty lunch that basically is like no carbs and, mostly protein, bit of fat. Then they're going to give you a dinner that's exactly the same as lunch. And then they're going to say, great, go and be on your way. And in 6 weeks' time, you're going to be ripped and you're going to be lean and you're going to look great. Now, within 6 weeks, I remember just looking or smelling chicken and I would feel so incredibly sick. Not only that, but I could feel myself getting weaker and weaker. And now, mind you, women grow to the point where they're 18. So I was still growing. Men grow to the point where they're 21. So they have a little bit longer. So as I'm going through this meal plan, I'm starting to feel my body break down, like it was struggling. I didn't menstruate for 7 months. So my hormones got very irregular. And this actually caused me to go into something called the female athlete triad. That basically means that you don't menstruate, you're incredibly fatigued, like it's next level fatigue, and you actually lower your bone density, which means that you are susceptible to breaking your bones, getting stress fractures, and all these things, which is exactly what happened to me next. So after I lost my cycle for months, I then got stress fractures in my shins. And so a lot of it was due to the fact that I was so low in calcium and iron, which love to work off each other. And I was so low on vitamin C as well. And over the course of that time, it made me actually get an injury. And something like a stress fracture typically happens from an overuse, right? It doesn't happen from just like running and you fall. Like most stress fractures come from overuse, like there's too much friction. And so what happens with that is that you're then it takes a long time to recover from that. You can't have extra protein. You literally have to rest it. You have to prioritize your nutrition and you have to start doing some physical therapy. Now, over that course of that time, I was off from like doing any type of running, any type of impact for like 6 months and then another 6 months of rehab. That's a long time. That's a year of my life because of my nutrition. So that's actually why I got into nutrition. So I could be the change, because there are too many people out there that claim to know what they're talking about when it comes to nutrition and training, but in reality, they don't know anything. They wouldn't be able to help you, even though they may look like they can help you. They really don't. When you want to listen to someone, you have to understand that the professional that really is out there is going to have some research-based knowledge. They're going to have some proof that has some evidence supporting it to actually help you. They're not just going to give you what has worked for them, okay? That's how you know the difference between an amateur and a pro is they're going to give you so much research and evidence to support what they're saying, not just, well, this is what worked for me and it can work for you too. Just understand that you got to kind of listen to the signs here. So after I had experienced that, that is what led me to getting my own dietitian. Once I got my own dietitian, I went and studied under her at university. Once I studied under her, I not only experienced what she could do for me, but I went and learned how she does it. That is what makes me so different. And that is also what makes so many people out there so different, because they understand the value of not only taking themselves through it, but learning the lessons, sometimes the hard way, and then actually going and educating themselves and then staying in the game. Because I can tell you right now, people aren't in this game for a long time. They do it for a short amount of time and then they bounce and you're just like, what happened there? Well, you know what? It's because they ran out of the same like way of giving someone a plan. You know, eventually that shit gets stale. It gets very old. If you're not an adaptable professional, right? If you don't have any flexibility in your knowledge and understanding and your application, you're not very good. You're actually pretty bad. You need to be able to apply different methods to different people because people are different. Not everyone requires the exact same thing. You need to have some variability. You need to have some versatility so that you can be better. So that's what happened to me. I've come a long, long way from it. I now understand nutrition so incredibly well, and I can apply it to each person that I work with. So if that's something that you are looking to do, all you need to do is you need to tap the link in the description. You can fill out an application and you can see what it is that I do. If you don't work with me, go and work with someone, because ultimately getting a professional in the place that you need, right? So that you're not in the plateaus, you're not stalling, you're not stagnant, you're actually getting results, you're actually able to improve yourself, you're able to kind of take yourself to new PRs, which is personal records. You're able to actually improve yourself, right? Strength, conditioning, no matter what it is that you want, your physique. As long as you want all those things and you want to chase those things, then put the right person in your corner to help you get there. You're not going to do it on your own. You're not a pro. If you were, then you'd be in this industry, but you're not. So why don't you just get someone that takes the guesswork out of it, right? And sets you on the right path. And all you have to do is trust the process, walk the path, and make that one decision that's going to change your life.